there's this story that is directly correlated with the Philippines version of like Adam and Eve, if you're familiar with like those stories. And the story is called Malakas at Maganda. Okay? So Malakas means like strength or power. And then Maganda, if you've heard that before, it means beautiful or beauty, right? And the way that the story begins is that there's this bird. The bird is named Amihan. And in the Philippines, Amihan is also the season where the weather is dry and there's not a whole lot of things growing, right? And if you look back in time, it's when those coastal winds are coming through, and that's why the dry season is happening and you can't grow anything because the air is too dry, there's no rain. The bird in the story is called Amihan. And Amihan's like flying over the earth, and it's just covered with water, just the ocean. He's flying and he wants to build a nest, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting tired. I don't know what to do. I have nowhere to land. And if I go in the water, I'm going to die, right? So Amihan starts flying in a circle, creating this vortex, starts disturbing the sea. The sea starts doing this whirlpool. It starts disturbing the sky, and it starts like making things fall. And I think that the rocks that come from the skies is like meteors from space, right? So Amihan's doing this thing. And then as it's going, it meets in the middle, and then all these things happen. And some of these meteors or the rocks fall from the sky. And in the story, that's how the Philippine Islands came to be. Through the mix of the sea and the sky came the birth of the bamboo. And the bamboo is called Kawayan. Okay? If you remember what Amara 3 is, it's called split the Kawayan, or Hatiin ng Kawayan, right? So if you think about the movement here, there's a land, there's a sea, there's a sky, there's the split of the bamboo. When the bamboo splits, it falls into two pieces, and it's got nodes in between. And the bird hears this muffled sound. The bird comes down, starts pecking at one, and out pops the first man. It's Malakas. Amihan hears another sound. Splits it open, out comes Maganda. First man and the woman. Right? Now, there are many versions and variations of every myth, every story, and every culture, right? And it all depends on how it's translated. So the man symbolizing power and the woman symbolizing beauty, the way I translate it, is that the man knows how to create opportunities to position himself and family for power. Make sense? To keep them safe, to keep them fruitful, right? And then for the woman, symbolizing beauty, the beauty isn't just looks. The beauty is in her ability, ingenuity, and intellect to beautify the things around them, right? So power and beauty. And when you put them together, it creates like what the balance is in family. And if you look really deep into the Philippine culture, it's kind of like a matriarchal society, right? They have women presidents. They have women of power in the Philippines that have like equal station as men. It doesn't mean that they're better. It just means that they know how to do the work with the same heart, but in their own way. Okay? Now, if you look into history with Joan of Arc, right? The Philippines has 9 notable females that were like Joan of Arc. And a lot of them were queens who when their husband fell in battle, they took up arms and they finished the war, brought victory, and led their people to salvation, right? And if you look a little bit more, I'll share some of the stories later. They actually have like monuments and hospitals and stuff named after these women, right? So anyway, Amara number 3 is actually showing the story of Malakas at Maganda, the very, very first 2 people on earth as told by the Philippines culture.